Hi, my name is Maya. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a sort of haul and tutorial in one. I have quite a few new Chanel products that I think I showed in my previous video, but I also wanted to show it in, I wanted to give it its own kind of showcasing. I wanted to show them and compare them, swatch them. The first thing I bought, and I think I showed it in a haul video at some point, was the Bronze Duo at Lumiere, and this is no longer available on Nordstrom, but this is still available on the Chanel website. And I don't know if I said it, but the shade is medium, so you have a bronzer contour shade and also a highlight. The next thing I bought was a Chanel blush called what is this called? Golden Sun. And I know a lot of people have this color on YouTube. This is a very popular shade of blush, but the color just, it's so flattering, and I believe it's like, I think it's very flattering on like multiple different skin tones. The swatches of this don't do it justice. You have to apply it to the cheeks in order to see what it looks like. And I will swatch all of them soon. The next thing I bought from Chanel is the Le Lion de Chanel highlight. Again, this was limited edition, but it is still available on the Chanel website. And I know this is like almost brand new, but I kind of want to back up because I am obsessed with this color. If you have an olive skin tone and you like a sort of peach rose gold shade, like rose gold colors look really good on you. And I'm not a fan of like a normal traditional kind of champagne highlight or gold highlight on the skin. I need some depth to it, and I will show you another highlight that I am obsessed with. It's the Pat McGrath trio here. This one is broken, so I'm gonna be very careful. And when I mix all of the shades together, it turns out to be a beautiful peachy shade. But actually, my favorite shades to mix are the bronze and the pink. And I just use the gold one just to use it up because I'm not a huge fan of that color. Anyway, I will swatch all of these to compare. So finally, and I'm not sure how I feel about this one because I have tried it before. I bought the Chanel Eclat Magnétique illuminating powder in the shade Metal Peach. I mean, you've seen videos about this highlight already. A lot of people have bought it. A lot of people have reviewed it already. I actually ordered overnight shipping with this, and I got it 4 days later on the Chanel website. So yeah, I'll just show you the color. So this is Metal Peach, and peach to me does not look like this. Peach looks more like the Le Lion de Chanel, and I was so excited that maybe they improved it or made it more like shiny. But so this is the Le Lion, and now this is the Metal Peach. I don't know if you are going to be able to tell, but they are quite different. This is not peach in my eyes. No, it's not. So I will swatch them all for you now. I will start out with the Metal Peach. I do have a highlight that I think is very similar. I've already found, I already swatched them against each other, and it's the Natasha denona Superglow highlight in the shade 02 Light Medium. These two are so similar, so let's get on to the swatches. The embossing is really pretty, but I mean, I don't know if I like this one. Anyway, and this also reminds me of the Metal Peach also reminds me of the what's her name? Fenty Beauty no. What's that? The lightest shade, Fire Crystal, something like that. I think this reminds me a lot of that shade. So, and at first it is quite chunky. I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of blends out and feels creamy. It's very icy, and it has a pink tone to it. Yeah, so that is the shade here. I will go in right next to it with the Natasha Denona Superglow highlight in the shade 02 light medium. So this is the Metal Peach Natasha Denona Superglow light medium. So here you can kind of tell that the Superglow is slightly more champagne. Oops. So this is the Chanel Natasha Denona. And they do have slightly different undertones, and I feel like the Natasha Denona is even a little more peach looking than the Chanel Metal Peach. So next I will swatch the Le Lion de Chanel. I'm obsessed with this color. I've been using it every day. Oh my goodness, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I am always looking to dupe out the shades I love the most. So you have Le Lion, Natasha Denona, and then Chanel Metal Peach. That's a really beautiful shade. Okay, wiping off the ones on my fingers, and I'm gonna go in with the Chanel Duo Bronze at Lumiere in the shade medium, that gold color. So this color I thought was going to be really, really similar to the Le Lion, and it is, but it's a bit more golden and yellow toned. Okay, so this is the Duo from Chanel. I really like the Le Lion shade. It's got a little, like a touch more peach, but it does look quite similar in the swatch here, but there's enough difference in my eyes to justify it. I'm hoping I'm gonna love the Metal Peach shade just as much as I love the Le Lion shade, but I really do enjoy my Chanel highlights. And then lastly, well, I have two more highlights I want to just swatch. So this is the number 3 bronze shade from Natasha Denona. I'm gonna swatch it right next to the Duo from Chanel, and that's gonna be right here on my wrist. And so this one is quite yellow, and that is it here. Natasha Denona bronze, Chanel Duo in medium, Chanel Le Lion, Natasha Denona light medium, and then Chanel Metal Peach. And so lastly, I do want to swatch all of the shades combined from Pat McGrath, because that's how I wear them. So let's do that here. Oh my god, this is my favorite. And where will I do that? I will do that here. Okay, so this is the Pat McGrath, all the shades combined. And actually, it is quite similar. Well, so it's got that pink shift because of that pink color, and that's the thing I love most about this shade. But it kind of has a touch of the Metal Peach from Chanel and a touch of the Le Lion. So this is the Pat McGrath. I hope you can see this. Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona Superglow shade 3 bronze. This is the Duo from Chanel. This is the Le Lion de Chanel. This is Natasha Denona light medium and Metal Peach from Chanel. So down here is the Pat McGrath, and it's got that pink shift. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to tell in this lighting, but it kind of looks to me, if I mixed my Le Lion and Metal Peach, I might get that shade. And just for shits and giggles, I will do that now. Ooh, I really like the shade it turns out to when you mix them both together. So this is the Pat McGrath shade with all of the colors mixed together, and the bottom underneath is the Le Lion and Metal Peach mixed together. I'm hoping you can tell what this looks like. But that's really pretty. Okay, so now onto the swatch of the Chanel blush. This is Golden Sun. I'm gonna do it on my other hand. So that's how it looks here. It's a very beautiful, like bronzed pink mauve shade. It's really beautiful. And because the texture is so like powdery and very lightly pigmented, you get this beautiful wash of color when you just lay it on your cheek. So I am gonna find something I can wipe my hands on. So I'm gonna be using the Pat McGrath Mothership 5 palette. And here are the shades. I haven't decided what colors I will be going in with. So I'm gonna just go in with my eyes first. And I'm gonna pick up this shade from, I'm gonna pick up this brush from Wayne Goss. It's the number 6 brush. It kind of looks like the 217 from MAC. And this is a pretty old one. I bought these brushes I don't know how long ago. I think it was 2015. I have a video a long time ago where I used one brush for my whole face. That's when I bought all of the brushes that I have from him. I had a job that I really didn't like, and every week to reward myself for staying in the job, I bought myself a new brush from Wayne Goss. So that's how I got all of my brushes. So I'm gonna go in with this purple shade here, and I'm gonna put it in the inner corner and outer corner of my eye. And I'm not gonna, it's still super early, so I'm not going to make this, I'm gonna try not to make it a super dark shade or eye look for the daytime. So I'm gonna try to blend it out as much as I can as I'm placing it. I forgot to prime my eyelids, and the Pat McGrath shadows normally do crease on me, just letting you know. But I'm just playing today. Okay, and I'm gonna slightly blend this. At the top. So I like how blended that looks, and you kind of see a gradient. And I'm just gonna pack on a little bit more at the outer corner to make it a little deeper. You know, this isn't the best brush to go in with to place the color down, but it does a good job at blending. So you might have better luck placing it with your finger or just a flatter brush. So I'm gonna do it to the other side. Hopefully it goes just as seamlessly. Okay, so that was a lot harder than this eye, and there's a little bit of glitter on my eye because I have glitter all over my fingers, but I was gonna put glitter anyway. So the next shade I want to go in with is this rose color shade, and I'm gonna place that with my finger in the center of my eyelid. And what's that color called? Rose gold. And I'm tapping it. I want the most pigment in the middle, and I'm tapping it on either side. Do the same. And I kind of want to bring it up to the brow bone a little, and smoke out that glitter, diffuse it out a little bit. Okay, so I really like the way that looks, and I'm now gonna go in with the Skin Show Divine color, which is this shade right in my inner corner, again with my finger. I'm sorry if you can hear some noise outside. People out are mowing their lawn. Okay, and I always love to just like slightly bring up that color. Okay. And I really like that, but I do want to do one more thing to the top of my lid. So now underneath my lash line, I am going to go in. I'm gonna go in with some of the more brick colored shades, and I will be using, I'm just gonna use the same brush that I used for the aubergine color, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Entrapment, which is the lightest of the matte colors, and I'm gonna put that underneath my lash line. Okay, so now that the eyes look like this, I am going to be adding the shade Fire Opal, which is this duochrome in the corner, all over the tops of my eyelid. I do like how pretty this pink looks, but I kind of just want to amp this eye look up to be a little bit more, to have a little bit more dimension. So I'm gonna take that with my finger, just slightly. I'm not gonna do a lot. And I'm gonna also cover the pink, just like slightly. So actually, this is what it looks like when you put the Fire Opal on top of the rose gold shade and the aubergine, and this is what happens when you just put it on top of the rose gold and not the aubergine. So if you want to keep it like this, you can, but I'm gonna place it on top of the aubergine as well. Yeah, that's the kind of glitter I like. Okay, so now for my inner corner, I'm just also gonna bring in that color on top of that inner corner as well. Okay. And that's all I'm gonna do for my eyes. So now I'm gonna go in with the rest of my makeup, and I am gonna be using my YSL Touche Éclat in the shade 1.5. Just slightly. And I hope I don't have any more glitter on my fingers, but I'm sure I do. It doesn't matter. Gonna go over that with my diffused light powder from Hourglass with my finger. I like the way this Hourglass powder looks applied with my finger over concealer versus a brush. I feel like I get a thinner placement of powder and it looks more like skin than it does cakey powder. Now I'm gonna go in with my old favorite Makeup Forever bronzer in the shade 15i. It is a bit old, but I want to use it up. And I'm taking that on my McGrath number 12 brush. Although my eye makeup is kind of dramatic, I'm gonna try to keep my blusher and bronzer and highlight to a minimum if I can. Because I have to go grocery shopping. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with the highlight from Chanel in the shade Metal Peach, the new one, and I will be putting that on with the other side of the brush from McGrath number 12. And let's see how this looks. So it applies kind of creamy, and when I first put it on, in some spots I kind of see like specks of glitter or like chunks of powder that haven't been blended out, but if you buff it into the skin, it looks nice. Despite it being cream-like and pretty icy, it is pretty subtle. I kind of like how subtle it can be, despite me like packing it on my face. So that's how it looks for now. Now I'll be going on top with the Golden Sun blush shade and the McGrath number 14 brush. And this blush just like, I love it. I love it so much. It gives me a really nice bronzy flush that goes so well with my skin tone. And this is a blush that you can use for any eye look. It can lean warm, it can lean cool, depending on like what you pair it with. Now for my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Any brow gel will do. Brush these hairs up. And then I will go in with the Shape and Shade Brow Tint from MAC. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna play with the powder side and see. I know I just put down that brow gel, but I wanna see how it looks if I use both together. And I know this is a very light color for me, but I already have dark brows. I just like to fill in where it's a little more sparse. I could possibly get away with just that, but I'm gonna dip it again in the powder and go in on the other side. Now for the brush tip. I think I need a darker shade, but I did not have this standing upside down. I had it laying flat. I forgot. Tends to dry out. Okay, so that's it for my eyebrows. And lastly, I'm just gonna go in with a sample of the Dior Show mascara, the Pumpin' Volume HD. I liked this one when I used it last time. It gives me a lot of volume, more than what the MAC does. I appreciate it. So this is the finished makeup look. I really like it. I am loving Pat McGrath's eyeshadow palettes. When I hauled them a while ago, I actually haven't used them. This was the first time using that palette. I have like touched a few shades here and there and like tried it on my skin or on my eyes a couple times, but I haven't like done an actual eye look. So this is the first one that I came up with using that palette. I'm loving her palettes. I think this one, and I have used the Sublime, the second palette. This one and the Sublime are kind of tied right now for my second place, but I love the blue one. That one is my all-time favorite. There's a mirror over here. So this is... So you can add lipstick if you want to. I'm not going to. But this is the final look. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you liked it, and please stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.